Hello, welcome to the replay. If you're just joining us, this is Felice Clark, the dabbling speechie, and I'm here on SLP Blogger Live at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Sunday. Welcome. Give me some hearts or say hello if you're joining. Okay, I need to close the window. My husband is outside doing homework. Sorry. I had the window open and he's doing yard work outside, so sorry if that's loud. Anyways, welcome. If you're coming in, you can say who you are, give me some hearts to know that you're here listening. I'm gonna be flipping the camera around. Today we're gonna be talking about my uber favorite game that I love to use, and I'm gonna show you all the ways that I use it so I can get the most bang for my buck with this one game, and it's Bubble Talk. So let me know. Hi Tina. If you have Bubble Talk, if you've seen it before, and if you have played it in therapy. So I'm going to flip around and say hey. Hello. Hi Lisa. Hi Patty. Yeah, so if you're just, I'm going to move out of the light. Oh, there's light everywhere. Okay, so have you ever played Bubble Talk? That's what we're going to be talking today about, Bubble Talk. I used it a lot last year with my middle school students. I even use it with my 4th and 5th graders a lot. And I'm going to show you a couple ways to even use it with younger kids, or, you know, kids that are still maybe emerging with reading, because you do have to be able to read the cards, I mean, for it to go for the game to work seamlessly. So, hello. So if you have other followers or people on Twitter that you think might be interested in learning more about Bubble Talk, then swipe right if you have an iPhone and press share out to your followers. So the game is Bubble Talk. And I'll have bit.ly links at the end where you can see my blog post on Bubble Talk, so you can look at more pictures if you need to see it. But you can find it on Amazon. I think they even have it at Target. Uh-oh, I might need to... Yeah, sorry if there's spammers. It's hard to talk as well as interact with everybody and share all the information. So, sorry. All right. So everyone, we're going to be talking about Bubble Talk. I'm going to flip around, talk about the game, show you some ways to use it. Feel free to comment if you have ways that you like to use Bubble Talk. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I'm going to flip it this way. And basically it comes with caption cards and a bunch of pictures. So first I'm going to just show you some of the pictures. So what's cool about these is that there's pictures on both sides. And I would say like 90% of the pictures are very much school kid friendly, like appropriate, you know, nothing, but I would double check and make sure if you feel like it might be culturally sensitive or something. So they're really cool photos. So number one, the reason why I like it is because it's real photos. And then these ones I would also double check to make sure they're kid friendly. I would say 99% of them are, but just in case. So the game alone is like super awesome to work on perspective taking, just playing it as a game. I can't believe I trusted my mom. I should win an Oscar for this performance. So it's a lot like Apples to Apples, where you get 7 cards and someone is the judge, and then whoever's the judge, they put the picture down, the people in the group pick out which caption they want from their hands, and then the judge picks the one that they think represents the photo the best, or the thought bubble, or the talking bubble, I should say. So sometimes what I will do is I will be the all-time judge, and I'll be the judge for the whole session, and the kids put in their cards for the whole session. So here's how I use it, a couple of ways. So let's look at this. So I will take the picture and I'll use it just like the way the game is played, just like how I just said. And I will have, after I everyone puts their cards in. If it's my, okay, hold on a second. If I have fluency students in my class, I will have them read each caption using easy onset or slow speech or an easy stretch or whatever strategy we're working on. I will have them read it for the group. I love this game too, Road to Speech. I'm showing a few ways that I use it. If I have artic kids that are trying to work on moving like into conversation and more unstructured speech, I will have them read the cards, and I usually kind of look and say, oh, this one has your R in it, you can do that one, or this one has a TH in it, or this one has an SH. So I will give a card to each student to read out loud. So that's how I will do it with mixed fluency and articulation groups that I have, and we will play it just like the game's played. Now for my social skill kids, if they're high enough, we will play this as it is, and we will talk about what could this person be thinking. So if they need prompting, I will use these pictures, and we will talk about inferencing. What clues do you see in the picture? Okay, he's wearing a helmet. His face looks squished like it's against something. In the background, it almost looks like it's a skating rink. So I can make a guess that he's probably at an ice skating place. And he could be playing hockey because he's wearing this helmet. And I'm guessing somebody probably, smushed him into the wall because his face is up against the glass. So then we'll move on. So once I really start prompting the kids and getting them to think about where the person could be and what they could be doing, then we use what's in their thought bubble. Thanks for the hearts, people. Yeah, and I will get I have thought bubble post-it notes, and we will sometimes write what they think, and then we will talk about whether that person, whose thought bubble was the best. So, man, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a thought bubble off the top of my head. Ouch, that hurts. Or we'll talk about emotion. So I'll be really basic and simple. And then here's another good one for like talking about thought bubbles and where the person can be and looking at facial expressions. So there's tons of cards in here that you can easily sort through and grab and adapt for social skill and perspective taking and thought bubbles. And maybe you could have what's in her thought bubble versus what she might say. So you can do think versus say. So that's how I use that with my social skill groups. I'm going to show you how you can use it for grammar. So for little guys or kids that are probably like between 1 to 3rd grade, and you can use this with older kids who have some major language impairments that need to work on building sentences, you can pick a photo and then use, and I'm going to give you guys a link to this. This is free in my store. So you can use this graphic organizer to work on building more complex sentences. So what I will do is we'll talk about adjectives, and I like using color coding because it helps visualize that there's different words to build a sentence. So usually I'll take the photo and we'll talk about adjectives. I usually write it because I want to get through the lesson, and I don't want to wait all day while someone tries to figure out how to spell little. So I'm the writer, and we will look at this and we'll talk about all the adjectives and describing words, and then we'll talk about all the nouns that we see. And then I usually try to guide them, like, you should talk about the nouns that should be at the top are the ones that are the big ones, the main things in the picture. And then we go down the list. Then we go to verbs, and I don't typically do adverbs until later. I'm trying, because a lot of my kids are really just at the noun verb stage when they're, when they have simple sentences like the dog is sitting. So I'm trying to build and sometimes I won't even do adjectives. I'll just do prepositional phrases, and then I'll build adjectives, and then we go to adverbs. So this is a great strategy for kids who you feel like you've been drilling irregular verbs forever and they're not getting it, or you're trying to work on sentence structure and you just feel like they're not getting the rules, and every time you come back they're struggling with remembering the rules. So this is more of a holistic contextual approach that I like, because I think I get more bang for my buck, because it also works on writing, because then you can spell all these out, but then they can write the sentence and you don't have to worry about spelling. So that's how you can use these pictures to build grammar and verb tenses and adjectives and vocabulary. So then I'm going to show you one more idea. Feel free to comment if you have any way that you like to use Bubble Talk and speech. I'd love to know more ideas. So I took some pictures of some of the pictures in Bubble Talk, and I used ChatterPix. So this is a free app that Speech Time Fun had periscoped about, and I used it, and the kids loved it. And you know what? They really loved it because, like, some of my kids who have a little anxiety and they have some disfluencies, it was really like about feeling confident to talk. So this little button records you. So this is totally free. Go download ChatterPix. You can take a picture of anything. You can take a picture of yourself so the kids can use themselves, but I'm using this with the photo talk bubble. So then I recorded myself, and you have to draw a line. It's really easy, friendly to use. So here, this sure beats sleeping on the ground. I could get used to this. Okay, so I recorded my voice, and then you can see them talking. So you can work on thought bubbles, you can work on tone of voice, and you can work on just describing something that's happening in the picture. So you can work on describing skills. I'm going to show you this other one, and then we'll move on from there. So, oh yeah, my foot tastes really good. This is a great afternoon snack. So you could try to work on humor too. So, yeah, so that's how, what do you guys think of ChatterPix? Have you used ChatterPix? Or is this your first time hearing about it? You can leave comments. So yeah, just downloaded. Yeah, good job, Tina. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how to get to the, so to get my free graphic organizer for grammar, this is the bit link for that. If you want to see more pictures, sorry, it seems like it's more pictures and information about Bubble Talk game, that's the bit.ly link for Bubble Talk. I think it's an amazing game that I can expand, and you could even, just off the top of my head, you can even work on like giving opinions about the picture, what you like or don't like about the picture, what you think is funny. So some of your kids that are working on like giving their opinion, that could be a good idea. I like this one. This one's cute. So they're just goofy. And I like it. It's fun for me. So when I like an activity or a resource, then usually my kids are sold on it because I'm like, guess what? I got this cool, fun game. So that's what another reason why. How many cards are in there? Let me look. I just know that it's winner of 7 awards. But it says 8+, like 8 years plus. But like I said, I adapt it. So I don't use it the traditional way all the time. It says, loaded with 150 hilarious pictures and 300 wacky captions. So you could even have, you can make your own captions. So yeah, it could be fun. So I hope that was helpful today. I love trying to find resources that I can use in multiple ways so that I can get the most out of them. And this is one of those games that I definitely think is worth the money to pay. And it's a time saver because there's a lot of photos in it. And if you pair it with some of my graphic organizers, or you could even compare and contrast things in the pictures, you know, grab a graphic organizer for compare and contrast and then use those photos. And the kids seem to like the photos. So anyways, I'm glad you tuned in. I'm going to hopefully periscope this week at the dollar store. You are welcome, Little Fetch. And I haven't done the dollar store in a while. Life got in the way. So let me know if what you're wanting more information on or more therapy ideas. You can leave it in the comments, or you can find me on social media and send me a message. And I always love to hear what you guys need more ideas for, because I'm right there with you trying to scramble through and find things that I can do for my students at the end of the year too. So I hope you guys have a great week, and I will talk to you later.